Tonight's awards and scholarships cover a lot of territory. Many of the awards, which you'll hear about, have special meaning and personal stories attached to them.
At Mohonasen High School, it's Academic Awards Night. Several scholarships and awards are being given out this evening. That includes the Deborah Roman Memorial Scholarships.
Just as a person, no one has a bigger heart than Debbie.
She was a very funny, amazing person, and I'm glad she came into my life.
She established a phenomenal program here at Mohonasen.
That program is English as a Second Language. Deborah Roman taught it to elementary students for nearly 20 years.
It was magical watching her work with her students, to have a group of 8 students that spoke different languages and to see their progress and how they acquired the language so quickly.
She wouldn't give up on you. She just wouldn't yell at you ever. She'd always just help you out, even if it seems like it's impossible to learn.
Mrs. Roman made it possible by ensuring all her students got the best education, never letting a student fall through the cracks. Dedicated to helping students learn English as a second language until her passing.
If I remember correctly, the superintendent had to call me because I didn't believe them at all. And then, they told me to turn on the news.
It was early February 2016. According to police, Mrs. Roman and her youngest son were killed by her husband at their Latham home in a murder-suicide. The oldest son wasn't home at the time.
It rocked our worlds. It was just shocking and devastating.
It is and it was unbelievable.
The days and weeks that followed were difficult for many, including her colleagues. But her school wanted to make sure her integrity, perseverance, and acceptance continued to be shared.
Within a week or two after she died, former district administrator Diane MacGyver knew what needed to be done to start a scholarship, and that was something we felt that Debbie would want.
We knew that it would be very important for her that there was stability and consistency for them. I think that really guided us to come together and do what was best for the kids.
3 months after her death, her colleagues awarded the first scholarship to graduating ESL students. Now in its 4th year, 11 scholarships will be awarded after tonight. And this year, a former student is presenting the scholarships.
I was in the English as a Second Language program from kindergarten through the 3rd grade, and during my time there I had a very special teacher named Mrs. Roman.
For 4 years, Mrs. Roman was also my ESL teacher, helping me learn a language that I utilize every day for a living.
She helped me tremendously during that time.
Tonight, 3 scholarships are handed out, including one to my sister, who also had Mrs. Roman.
She'd be so proud of you.
And without her, I would not be where I am today.
It means the world to have you doing this story on her and paying tribute to what she did for you and what she does for all of her students.
Today, the ESL program, now known as ENL, English as a New Language, continues to be taught by Mrs. Roman's colleagues, sharing her work and legacy with students learning English.
I'm sure she's up in heaven teaching ESL up there. For anybody who doesn't speak English, I bet you she's teaching it up there.
In Rotterdam, Jackson Wang, Spectrum News.